Display settings have changed in the Creators Update, changing how you adjust screen resolution and adding one entirely new feature known as Nightlight. So to see these options, we're going to go into Settings. I'm going to go to the Start menu, to Settings, and I need to go to the System category and to the section labeled Display. So here, just like in previous versions of Windows, you can change the scaling of content on screen. That's this menu right here. And you also have some options for working with multiple displays if you have multiple displays connected to your computer. Now, in previous versions of Windows, you would have to hit a button for Advanced Settings on this screen before you could change the screen resolution. But now that's all here on the Display Settings page without needing to click into another subsection. So if you need to change the screen resolution, you can do that right here. So that's one thing you'll find here, a more simplified list of settings and easier access to change your screen resolution. But then there's this new option called Nightlight. You can see that it's currently turned off. This is a feature that changes the color temperature of your screen depending on the time of day. But first, what is color temperature? Well, typically the color of light produced by different sources may be a bit more blue or a bit more yellow. Blue is often referred to as cool, and yellow is referred to as warm. But the important part here is that normal daylight from the sky has a fairly cool color temperature, and the color temperature of a typical computer screen is similar to that. Some research has shown that exposure to a daylight temperature light source in the evening can cause sleeping problems, probably because our brains associate that cool color temperature with daylight. So the Nightlight feature changes your computer's screen to a warmer color temperature at night, something that your brain naturally associates with the sky in the evening. Now, I don't know all the details of this research, but a lot of people believe that this helps them transition to normal sleep at night. So first, if I just turn this on by flipping this switch, you can see that nothing happens. That's because I've only enabled this feature. It's not going to actually change the color temperature of my screen until nighttime, specifically the time that the sun sets in my location tonight. So let's look at our options. So I'm going to click on Nightlight Settings to go to this screen. So according to the schedule setting here, it's turned on and will go into effect between 7:20 p.m. and 6:44 a.m. tomorrow morning. That will be a different time every day because sunset and sunrise times change slightly day to day. Now, I could choose this option to set my hours manually, to set my own schedule, but I'd prefer to leave this as is. But what does this actually look like? Well, if I hit this button that says Turn On Now, and that's it. At night, you will see the screen get warmer like this, or more yellow, to make it feel more like nighttime. And it won't be an immediate switch, it will be a gentle transition over a few minutes. So theoretically, you won't even notice the change. Okay, let's turn that off again. So I'm going to hit this button that says Turn Off Now. So now the feature is enabled, but it's operating on the schedule. So it's going to wait until sunset, and then it's going to switch to that warmer temperature. So let me close settings here. And I want to look at something else. In your day-to-day, if you ever need to turn this feature on immediately, you can do that in settings as we just saw, but it's probably easier to go to the quick actions in the Action Center. So I'm going to go down to the taskbar, and this button all the way on the far right will open up the Action Center. And you should see your quick actions down here at the bottom. If I hit this collapse button, you might only see these first 4, and then you can hit expand to see all of them. But once you've got all of these options visible, there's an option here for Nightlight. So you can click on that, and it will turn on Nightlight immediately. Even if you are in the middle of the day and you want to turn it on, you can just click that button. And of course, when you want to turn Nightlight off, you can just click that button again, and it switches back to the normal color temperature. So those are our new updates for the display in Windows 10.